Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When was the last time you stood up from a chair and didn't think about it? Beat. Didn't brace. Didn't push off the armrest. Didn't grunt like you were lifting a car off a trapped hiker. If you can't remember, we have a problem. And it's not age. It's not genetics. It's neglect. Your legs are the foundation of everything you do. Every step, every stare, every sprint to catch a bus, you definitely should have left 5 minutes earlier for it all starts here. Gesture to legs, and yet, of every muscle group in the human body, this is the one people train the least and need the most. Today, I'm not going to give you 100 exercises. I'm not going to hand you a gym membership and a prayer. I'm going to give you three. 3 moves. That's it. 3 moves that will rebuild the strength you think you lost and prove to you that it was never gone. It was just waiting. So stand up straight, feel your feet on the ground, because by the time we're done here today, you're going to look at those legs of yours completely differently. Let's get to work. Let's talk about the squat. Not the gym version, not the barbell-loaded Instagram caption version, I mean the movement itself. The one you were born knowing how to do. Watch a toddler pick something up off the floor. They don't bend at the waist like the rest of us broken adults. They drop straight down into a perfect deep squat. Heels flat, spine tall, knees tracking clean over the toes. Nobody taught them that. It's wired in. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, we lost it. Chairs stole it from us. Car seats stole it from us. Decades of sitting rewired the pattern until the simple act of lowering your body and standing back up became something your knees complain about instead of something your body was designed to do effortlessly. That's what I mean by the reset. We're not adding something new to your legs. We're not chasing some exotic exercise you saw on a fitness influencer's page. We're going back to the blueprint your body already has stored away, collecting dust. The squat trains more muscle in a single rep than almost anything else you can do standing up. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, even your core bracing to keep you upright. All firing together, all communicating the way they were meant to. It's not an exercise. It's a conversation your body forgot how to have with itself. And here's the part people miss. You don't need weight to start this conversation. You don't need equipment. You need your own body weight, a few inches of floor space, and the willingness to go slow enough to do it right instead of fast enough to feel like you did something. This is where stronger legs begin. Not with more, but with remembering what your body already knew. Here's something most people never think to check. Stand on one leg right now. Just one. Notice what happens. Does one side feel rock solid, like it could hold you there all day? And does the other side wobble, shake, maybe even reach for something to grab onto within 5 seconds? That gap you just felt, that's not a coincidence. And it's not just how you are. That's an imbalance your body has been quietly compensating for, probably for years, without you ever noticing. And here's the problem. Every single thing you do on 2 legs, walking, climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, is secretly built out of a series of single-leg moments. One foot hits the ground, then the other. Over and over, thousands of times a day. If one leg is carrying more than its share, and the other is coasting, quietly letting its stronger partner do the work, you're not building strength evenly. You're building a limp waiting to happen, a knee that gives out on the stairs, a hip that starts complaining for no apparent reason. And most people never trace it back to this. Because on 2 legs, the weaker side can hide. It can borrow strength from the dominant one and nobody's the wiser, until one day it can't hide anymore. The fix isn't complicated and it doesn't require a gym full of machines. It requires isolating each leg, one at a time, and forcing it to own its share of the work. No borrowing, no cheating, no letting the stronger side quietly step in and cover for the weaker one. This is where true balanced strength gets built, not in the 2-legged movements you already do without thinking, but in the moments where each leg stands completely alone and has nowhere left to hide. Here's a question almost nobody asks. Where does leg strength actually end? Most people would point to the thigh, maybe the glutes if they're paying attention, but almost nobody points down to the calves, and almost nobody points up to the core. And that's exactly the problem, because your legs were never meant to work in isolation. They're not a set of parts. They're a chain. Think about the last time you sprinted for a bus, or caught yourself from tripping on a curb. In that split second, it wasn't just your quads that saved you. Your calves fired first, absorbing the impact, adjusting to the ground beneath you. Your core braced next, keeping your spine stable so the force traveling up through your legs didn't collapse you like a folding chair. And only then did your thighs and glutes do the big, visible work everyone gives credit to. That's the chain. And like any chain, it's only as strong as its weakest link. You can have the most powerful thighs in the room, but if your calves are weak and unstable, that power has nowhere solid to land. You can squat and lunge all day, but if your core isn't bracing properly, all that lower body strength leaks out through a wobbling spine instead of translating into real, usable power. This is the piece almost every leg training approach skips. They isolate. They work the quads on one day, hamstrings on another, and never once ask how those parts are supposed to talk to each other under real, unpredictable conditions. The kind you actually face outside a gym. Strong legs were never just about the legs. They were about the chain that runs from the ground beneath your feet, all the way up through the core that holds you upright. Train the chain and everything downstream. Every step, every stair, every sprint changes. And that's it. 3 moves, 1 chain, and a body that already knows how to be strong again. Start today. Squat deep, stand tall, 1 leg at a time. If this helped you, hit subscribe, drop a comment below, and tell me, which move are you starting with first?